Hello everyone and welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series. In this episode, I'm about to start a new beginner series on getting familiar with Unreal Engine's basic concepts. So if you know game development very much, then you can just stop this video because it's very big beginner thing. So the basic things you need to learn. So I'm gonna cover one by one topics in this series. And in this today's topic, we're gonna learn how to make a event dispatcher, what event dispatchers are and how we're gonna use them. And first thing first, you want to learn certain things. There are two blueprints. First is level blueprint, second one is your actor blueprint. So if you open your blueprint and inside your content browser, if you click any blueprint class, this is your actor blueprint. So this contains the whole actor thing. Whatever the actor code you want to implement, this will gonna implement inside your blueprint class. Second blueprint is your level blueprint. So if you click on this blueprint button and click on it, you can see this open level blueprint. The both will open same. The key difference is whatever you code inside your level blueprint, it will gonna affect your world, the all levels. So let's say you want to do certain things. Whenever you level up, so you want to open another level, so the best thing is to do is to get a trigger box and apply it inside your level blueprint. So this is the level blueprint, what is gonna code inside your level. But in this topic, we're gonna learn how to make an event dispatcher. So below the variables panel, you're gonna see event dispatcher. If you click on it, you're gonna make an event dispatcher. I'm gonna call it a test. So our event dispatcher's name is test. And what event dispatchers are? Event dispatchers are used to communicate between two blueprints. It is the same thing as event blueprint interfaces. The key difference is in the inside your blueprint interface, you need to tell what the object you want to interact with, what the object you want to communicate with. So the target should be your actor. So you're gonna send a message to towards your actor, and whatever the actor want to receive the message, want to interact. In the event dispatcher, you don't need to tell whatever, you just need to call this, and all of the functions, all of the actors which contains the which bound to this event dispatcher is gonna call it. So let's say there are 5 objects inside your level and 5 events are bound towards this dispatcher whenever you call it. So all the 5 would get called out whenever this event is called. So I'm gonna call something like this. Whenever I press tab, this event should be called. So how are you gonna call that? If you drag and drop, you're gonna see certain things you're gonna do with your event test. I want to call it, so this will gonna call, and let's call it in a second blueprint. So make another blueprint, and I'm gonna call it a actor one test object. So I'm gonna call it a test object. If you open it up, it will open something like this. And for the test one, I'm gonna add a static mesh, and the static mesh would be a cube, 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter cube. I'm gonna make it something bigger, and I'm gonna make a sphere collision because I want to show you some things like, and the collision would be 5 is a bit low. Okay, I'm gonna call it 10 is bit low. 50. Okay, why this is not calling? Yep, 120. Yep, I'm satisfied with 120. Okay, inside this we don't need this to just delete it. In the event begin play, just cast it to wherever your event dispatcher is. I have made my event dispatcher in the third person character, so I want to cast my third person character and get the object. I see many people don't get this object reference, and then they might face the error something like this. So you need to cast this object. What is the object? The object is just like a pointers, memory pointers, reference to the object. So whenever you cast, the object is the object we are looking for or not. if it, then it will gonna cast to that object, and we gonna access all the functions of this third person. So if we get player character, you're gonna get owner or anything you want. If you compile, the error gone, and now we're gonna access all the functions of this third person. So if you grab a node from here, and if you bind to test, you're gonna see we can bind our test. And what is this test is? This test is our event dispatcher called test. So this event dispatcher gonna call, and whenever we bind it, it will gonna bind to certain event. So let's create a certain event called custom event. I'm gonna call it print. You can call it anyone you want. And what this event gonna do? This will gonna print string. And what we're gonna print? We're gonna print these things are useful. These things. Yep. Hit compile, save, minimize it. And if I play and if I hit tab, you're gonna see this is printing these things are useful. Yep, because on the event begin play, the object reference is bound to this one. Let's say we want to cast this event dispatcher, we want to bound whenever a certain condition is fulfilled, and we don't want to call this. So what we want to do, let's say just delete this because we don't need that, right? It is for certain purpose. So I am just unbinding this by pressing alt and just clicking. So this is gonna break the things, the nodes. And I want to do is let's make a interact system. So whenever our player is being overlap with this sphere, we want to bind this. So let's create a event called begin overlap. And if our begin overlap is third person character, so cast to third person character. If it's true, then we're gonna bind to test. If it's not, then we're gonna unbind it. So begin and overlap. So whenever we end overlap, we want to unbind the event dispatcher. So just cast to third person character, and if it's not, then we want to unbind it. So unbind test. So unbind event from test and unbind all events from test, because I want to unbind all the events. If you want to unbind events from there, you're gonna unbind the certain event. And you can see the red square, this is the event icon. So if you grab that and add custom event, we want to add a custom event called print. We already have a print custom event. I wanna call this print string. And what this print string custom event gonna do, it will gonna print string, and this print string would be interact me. So whenever we are inside this radius, we want to interact, otherwise not. So this is gonna unbind. So let's play. If I hit tab, nothing is happening because we are not in the radius of this. And whenever we face to certain radius, and if I hit tab, interact me. So this is the third way to do interaction. We have seen how to make interaction with event begin overlap. We have seen with the line traces or traces, and the third is event dispatcher. There are a bunch of new ways to do interact, and I'm gonna post it. So this is how the event dispatches works, and this is event dispatcher not work with the ticks. So you don't want to use the ticks for calling the events, so you can save your time and the lag. You gonna not feel the lag, the FPS drop. And the third person, whenever this call, this will call all the events which are bound. So if there are 5 events bound, then this will gonna call all the 5 events. So consider something like this. There is a lamp, and the lamp should be turned on when there is a dawn. There is a dawn, and the lamp should be turned off when there is a dusk. So on the morning time, when we can call a event dispatcher and tell it to turn on the lamp and tell it to turn off the lamp by just dispatcher thing, and rather than doing an array and finding a for loop. And I want to create a certain things. So if you right click on your event graph and if you create event, you're gonna see this event dispatchers and create event. You can use this also by creating an event. So if you bind this one to your event, you're gonna see a create event. So let's say you don't want to create a custom event, you want to call a function. So you're gonna see this signature, it has certain functions. The print string one is our this custom event, the print one is our this. And let's say if you want to create a function and call it, so I'm gonna call it a test. Hit compile and save. But if you see, you're gonna see a test function inside here. So the function gonna call this one. So if you want to call the function, this is our function. So this is how you can call use event dispatcher, and this is very handy things because you want to learn that first. It is very useful, and I want to clear some things. So this is my first video about how to do this beginner thing. So if you want to improve something, so you can just call out in a comment section. So thank you so much guys for watching, and bye bye.